Coach, what can you say about Dak Prescott? Now, there were some remarks earlier that he can't raise his arm above his shoulder. What's his status right now?
Yeah, he just wasn't able to practice today. He hurt his shoulder in the game the other day, and just was not able to function today. So we'll take his situation day by day and just see how he's able to improve over the course of the week, and hopefully get himself ready for the ball game.
Coach, you've known Dak for a long time now. Is there any concern that he won't make the ball game, or is this more of a load management thing to get him through the week?
Yeah, I don't know anything about load management. I know he hurt his arm in the game the other day. Was able to function for 3 quarters after he got hit on it, and it just was sore the last couple of days, so he wasn't able to practice today.
Is it the type of thing where he might be able to play, but maybe can't throw it as far as he usually could?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing we're trying to do is just get through today. He wasn't able to do anything today, so Cooper Rush took the reps in practice, and we'll just see how he is over the next couple of days.
Coach, you've had a lot of success against the Eagles, especially with Zeke in the lineup. How much easier does he make it for you and your offensive coaching staff when he's out there performing at a high level?
Well, obviously we have great respect for the Eagles. They're a great team, and they're awfully good on defense, and they're really good on the front. They got really good linebackers and back end guys. So we recognize what that challenge is. Obviously Zeke's been a really good player for us since we got him here 4 years ago, and he's been someone who's been a big part of our offense, both in the running game and the passing game, and we love everything he's about.
Coach, you've been there have been some pretty big games with the Eagles in this series for yourself and with Doug Peterson. And what kind of an atmosphere do you think it'll be on Sunday night or late Sunday afternoon?
Oh, it'll be a great atmosphere. There's no question about that. It's 2 teams, competing at the end of the season in the division rivals with a lot at stake. So anticipate a great atmosphere there in Philadelphia.
Jason, there's been a lot of changes at the skill position players for the Eagles because of injuries and the like. Typically, you're very familiar with this team. How do those changes, those tweaks, in some ways, can it make it more difficult because you haven't seen these players?
Well, you just do your best to try to evaluate, who's been on tape, and obviously they got a lot of really good players. They got a really good offensive line, really good tight ends who've been very productive for them the last few years. And the receivers have been banged up, so you're seeing some newer guys there. But obviously the quarterback's the same. They got big time runners, so the challenges are everywhere. And just in terms of preparation, you just try your best to evaluate as well as you can the players that you haven't seen as much of.
Jason, Tyron Smith, I think, has that eye problem. How is he moving forward?
Yeah, I was not able to practice today, and hopefully we can get that situation rectified, and he'll get more work in as the week goes on.
Jason, here in Philadelphia, the Eagles say they feel fairly fortunate, in the 15th game of the season, sitting at 7-7, still have a chance to go to the postseason with everything they've been through this year with injuries and whatnot. Do you all feel kind of the same way that, sitting at 7-7, going into the 15th game, that, just to be able to have something still to play for, you got to be a little bit fortunate?
Yeah, again, it's not really for us to evaluate all that stuff. I do know we have a great opportunity this week against a really good football team, and that's really where our focus is. Not really what's happened up to this point, but just the opportunity we have and what we need to do each day to prepare for it.
Jason, what have you seen from Carson, especially the last 3 weeks? Seems like he's playing better, more confident than maybe earlier in the season.
Yeah, he's just a really good player. He has all the physical tools. Obviously, the reason he was chosen as high as he was in the draft, and we had a chance to be around him at the Senior Bowl, and we saw that up close, and we've competed against him a number of times. So he's just a really good football player, and has been really since Philadelphia drafted him, and we got great respect for him. He's a very competitive guy, physically capable of doing anything you want your quarterback to do, playing very well.
Hey, Jason, Miles Sanders, you saw him once. He seems to, as a rookie player, he's getting better and better each week. Have you seen those improvements on tape from him?
Yeah, again, he's a really good player. He was a good player coming out of school. I think everybody recognized that in the draft, and from our standpoint, anytime he's played very well, and have great respect for him. Really good, running the football. He's a good receiver. He's good inside. He's good in space. So it's certainly one of the challenges we have on Sunday.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Jason.
Okay, guys, good talking to you. Have a great week.